Hooray for Harold Lloyd! Harold Lloyd! Laugh a while, dig that style, a pair of glasses and a smile. Hooray for Harold Lloyd! Yap-dabba-dabba-dab-da!
Coney Island, a paradise for the masses and the upper classes. You're bound to find almost anyone here, including our old friend Harold and a sweet little Scottish socialite named Bonnie Banks. You've heard of her. Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, my. Anyway, all they need for a good time is a couple of bucks and a large bottle of bicarbonate. How come? Because if the rides don't get you, the junk food will. This seems to be one of the latest rides. It's called Splash the Guy in the New Suit with Your Bicycle. Not one of the most popular attractions, I might add. No need to get excited, fella. That isn't dirt, it's her umbrella. Let's not tell him about the wet paint on his back, folks. It'll only spoil his fun. This is an anonymous crab, one of the supporting players in our picture. He only has this one quick walk-on or crawl-on where Harold gives him back to his owner. But this other one who drops into Harold's pocket, he insisted on co-star billing. And they gave it to him, all because of some clause in his contract. I think that's very shellfish, don't you? Watch out now, folks, for the big scene coming up with Harold and Bonnie on the Whirl-A-Wheel, featuring you-know-who, Christopher Crab. Big deal. Frankly, I don't think he's all he's cracked up to be. after 6 hot dogs, 4 jelly apples, and 2 orders of marinated herring, let's wash it all down with a little cotton candy, caramel corn with root beer. You're gonna get sick, Harold. And hot buttered corn. Ooh. See? What did I tell you? I don't believe it. His stomach's doing fine. He was just testing his lungs. Uh-oh. I think this picture is about to wind up, and Harold still hasn't won a single prize for Bonnie. Thank goodness. All is well, except for poor Christopher Crab. The audience loved his performance so much, they just ate him up. Don't look now, folks, but this is what we in the big city call our normal average pedestrian. He even carries his own flowers. In case he doesn't make it across the street, he's all ready for the services. In this case, the posies are for a special occasion. It's Harold and Trudy's first wedding anniversary. Did I hear someone say their baby ought to be less than a year old? Wrong. It's 8 years old. That's right, 8 years old. And 90 proof. Sorry about that, Reverend. This is Harold's brother-in-law, Elmer, who has more than just a bottle baby. And who do you think gets stuck with a babysitting all the time? You guessed it, our hero. Little Orville. In case you ever want to break your lease, just give him about 5 minutes. He'll turn any place into a disaster area. boy, what a temptation. A little shot of booze in the milk would calm down that mischievous midget for the rest of the day. But I know we'd get letters. Uncle Harold finally put his foot down. Unfortunately, it's on Orville's drum. Boy, I sure as heck wouldn't give him money to buy a new one. I'd hand him the old one and tell him to beat it. Thank goodness, peace and quiet. Let's synchronize our watches and see how long that's gonna last. Uh-oh. Bertha Blabber, the neighborhood snoop, just informed Harold that a man across the street has been watching his house. Could it be a burglar? I'll never tell. What's this? A bandit at large? From the description, he could be the stranger across the street. And then again, he could be Bertha Blabber. And the Hollywood spotlight falls on horrified Harold, who will now sing two fast choruses of Strangers in the Night. Oh, boy, that face looks mighty familiar. Let's see. It's not the mailman, and not the Iceman, and definitely not the Avon lady. Too bad I wasn't watching Harold's lips to see what he said, but I've got a hunch it was something like, help! Folks, here comes a real drag for all of you violence freaks. See that badge he's wearing? He's no burglar, just a nice, friendly night watchman. Wait a minute. Maybe we will give you just one itsy-bitsy fight. Say, now that our bandit has fizzled out, we still need an exciting finish for our story. What's this? You mean Trudy is about to... She's gonna have a... Yes, indeed. And for the first time in the history of mysteries, the butler didn't do it. Gee, it seems our time is always gone before we can turn around. And there'll be no more hanky-panky till our next meeting when you may be seeing stuff like this.